Indigo has a huge role to play in India's history. Indigo originates in India and was also used during the Indus Valley Civilization 2500 BC. India was a major supplier of indigo to the world, and then the Arabs carried it to the Mediterranean. The Greek word for indigo is actually indikon, which means from India. Indigo is supposed to have been the pigment which seduced the world. For some time, Germany even banned the import of indigo because in Germany there was a very similar product which is called woad, but it was not as good as indigo. But to protect the interest of the farmers in Germany, the German government banned the import of Indian indigo for some time. When the British took over, because it was a big cash crop, they started planting large areas with indigo. Actually, 7,000 square kilometers of land was under indigo plantation during the British period, which is double the size of Goa. And the farmers were paid very badly. They were treated very badly. When Gandhi arrived in India in 1915 from South Africa, Rajkumar Shukla met him and requested him to come to Champaran to solve the indigo problem, to help the farmers there. So in 1917, Gandhi goes to Champaran and offers the first satyagraha on Indian soil. And the people are astonished because here is a man who is not even from Champaran ready to go to jail for their cause, and Gandhi becomes instant hero. Gandhi succeeds in giving some justice to the Champaran farmers. However, about the same time in Germany, Mr. Bayer starts manufacturing artificial indigo using chemical methods, and then slowly there is no need of indigo farms anymore. Indigo is extracted from the leaves of a plant called Indigofera tinctora. The leaves are green, but then there is a very complex process through which this pigment is extracted from this plant. And the French sent espionage, they sent spies to learn this method of converting the plant into the indigo and growing this plant, and took this technology to West Africa in their colonies, and they started plantation of indigo in Mali. And this indigo spying resulted in a whole new range of textiles in Mali, which are beautiful. They're indigo textiles and they're very, very beautiful. I decided to create a lot of works of art in response to the indigo story. My first work was, of course, a portrait of Mahatma Gandhi using indigo. Then I created sculptures of different fruits like ananas, potatoes, tomatoes, capsicum, which the Portuguese brought through the ocean. Then I thought, though Goa had never produced indigo, Goa was a main exporter of indigo because of the Portuguese presence here during the Portuguese time. So I thought I will cover the rocks on the seaside with indigo. I didn't know how to exactly do it, so I started thinking. I thought I will cover the rocks with toilet paper, stick toilet paper on the rocks, and then smear the toilet paper with indigo. But then I had also carried a sieve, and that day was a very windy day. I put some indigo in the sieve and just started tapping, and the wind did the job. The wind covered the huge area of the rocks with indigo within minutes. I think this is one of my interesting works. I have covered many rocks in other parts of the country with indigo. When I see a boat cutting through the ocean, it reminds me of the plow of the indigo farmers in Champaran cutting through the soil. Tons and tons of indigo has gone through the ocean from the Indian coast to the rest of the world, and sometimes I feel it is because of indigo that the ocean is blue.